Good num num morning. No face cam today because there's really no need. Because we're taking a very cozy and laid back and probably quite small live stream today. The new story chapter for Guilty Gear Strive dropped today. And I have been saying all week and on the build up to this, I genuinely love Guilty Gear as a whole story. I love learning more about it. I love getting better understanding of X, Y, and Z. I will always look forward to learning what happens next. And another story is what happened surrounding Ramlethal during the main events of the story. The incident, as it specifies here, the incident in America triggered by Asuka R. Kreut's surrender. So, there she finds a girl who closely resembles Bedman, who once worked with the universal will against mankind. Yeah, Ramlethal's gonna find someone that kinda looks like a villain from Exarch. That's the easiest way to understand it. So we're gonna jump straight in. I don't know if this stream will be archived. Arc infamously used to be pretty, heavy-handed on any story content being on YouTube. But, the entire main story in English and Japanese is on YouTube by third parties literally everywhere. So I feel like they've at least somewhat loosened that over the years. If this stream stays up, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll see how it goes. Let us begin. Kai Kisk carved his name into history. Kai, the charismatic young king, had countless tales of heroism to his name. However, such tales only tell one side of the story of Kai's extraordinary rise. This is not Kai Kisk's story. This is but one episode. Along his path to bringing humankind and gears to fuck, the world watched in terror as the White House fell under attack, yet the main story. But meanwhile, somewhere out of sight, another story was unfolding. Yo, Ram! And biking. Oh, and I'm guessing that's Bed Woman, that's Delilah. She's got the pins in her, but there's no bed behind her, so what's that about?
Delilah! Viking. And you are? Illyria Special Brigade Commander Ramlethal Valentine.
Yes, it will be in the English dub. I actually like the dub.
Oh. I take it my name's on your list of potential insurgents.
No. It's on my list of emergency consultants. You're not here by chance, are you?
This girl seems to be lost. Delilah. That's all she told me. I assume it's her name.
She looks so tired.
There. Now I'll avenge my brother.
Oh, she blames Happy Chaos for Bedman's death?
Why?
Even though it was Robokai and Venom that put him down in the end, technically.
Is that a child? What? Don't like kids? I like them fine as long as they stay on the ground. A kid's a kid. Don't you see what's going on with her?
She can't control her power. Her energy can't stop expanding.
All right, spill it. What are you planning to do
Please
with her?
stand back. It's dangerous.
Answer me. I'm the one who got here first. Now let me...
Doesn't matter who you are. Incapacitation is our top priority now.
Incapacitation? What the hell are you saying? She's just a kid, damn it!
Can you see the city down there? That kid is about to wipe out everything in a 9-kilometer radius, including 120,000 people.
She's going to jump somewhere far away. The blast will destroy the city. Even if it's not her intention, she still has the power to do so. She's as strong or stronger than she was back in the cradle.
Somewhere far away. The White House.
How does Biker know? I suppose she spoke to Angie about it. The animation quality's got a lot better from the main story. It's still like got some slight awkwardness here and there, but it's a lot better than it was in the main story. They've got a lot more comfortable with the engine between the main release and this.
We can handle this.
Stay calm. What's the worst that can happen?
Don't say that.
It could rupture. It could be half a day. It could be a second.
Then what? What happens after half a day or a second? Let the Capitol focus on the attack on the White House. This matter falls to us to handle.
But there's no way we can evacuate all the civilians by ourselves. Our best chance may be to attack the girl directly.
Wait!
The bed man bed. What the fuck? Angry your master's dead? I said, yeah, good luck dealing with Biken. Oh yeah, Biken wasn't introduced in Rev 2 until after Bedman was dead.
We're in hell with him. No doubt about it, it's Bedman.
Jesus Christ.
Why is he attacking us?
Because you said to attack the girl, idiot!
I was gonna say, this thing doesn't give a shit, it's just a machine. Yeah, I'd move Biken. Uh-oh.
To hell with this! This is why I hate wearing armor.
Is that fucking Sin? Oh my god! Oh my god, I wasn't expecting fucking Sin to be into the armor. Oh, I guess we have an idea of who'll be in the Season 2 cast then. No, I'm delighted is probably be one of them. Sin's going to be one of the returners. Oh, he looks dope.
She's that important to you, huh? Sorry for the misunderstanding, but look at her. She's crying.
Sin looks good.
We can't just abandon her. Help's on its way.
I like his new patch as well.
Believe.
More grounded than the absolute insanity he had in Exard. What the fuck? What? Uh-oh. What Leviathan-looking thing's entering?
Should we really be fighting now?
I like how he looks more like his old man in this than the old ones. Like, he looks like Kai, or more like Kai.
Brother. What do I do? I tried to stop it, but it's way too much for me. He's buying us time.
Fucking Faust. That's only gonna be Faust. The Biken's like, what the fuck is going on?
Come with me.
I kind of feel for Biken. She's so out of her element in this. Dude, she's so out of her element. That's just hilarious. What the heck? Hello, Faust.
Doctor?
Oh,
Dreadful. A small girl at the center of all that energy.
How close to her can we get?
Her sphere has multiple layers. The closer to the center, the deadlier.
It's a super high density info space. It could grind an ordinary person to dust.
We're already inside the outer perimeter anyway. Take us as far as we can go. Dr. Faust, please think of a way to rescue the girl.
Status report.
She's probably the one who knows most.
No strangers here, huh?
Miss Biken?
The city must be in a panic. Would an advisory reach them from here?
It should, but what do we say?
Say that anyone who flees the city will die.
oh fuck. Even May's like, what the fuck?
The real world, and she's too immature to maintain the integrity of the field. Time is of the essence.
You're government agents?
Nah, just a bodyguard. Hers, to be exact.
I'm with intelligence. But I have no business with the White House.
Yeah, who are you under that armor? Now it's been established that main characters can hide under their armor. Who are you? Who are you? It's like you could be another Series 2 character.
Her name's Delilah. Our friend, trashing the White House right now, killed her brother. And now, she's out for revenge.
Her brother? That must be Bedman.
That walking bed frame from before? Huh, your stupidity's adorable. But I'm sure her brother was human.
Bedman was human when he was alive. We don't know if that thing was really him or not. But between the energy sphere and his supposed attack, checks out that she might be his sister. The question is, what does she want at the White House?
I mean, she's after Bedman's killer, right?
In that case, the person she's after is locked away under Illyria.
Oh, Ariel's. The old Sanctus Maximus.
I'm loving
You say
seeing these characters
Ariel's?
again.
I guess Sin wasn't messing with me.
Speak. There's no time for riddles.
Sometimes looks are deceiving, but sometimes you see what you get. The one Delilah's after was once inside Ariel's, and she's definitely not the first. I know, because he's my prey too.
Happy
He's
chaos.
that man. I know a thing or two about that man. Why do you think Delilah started following me around?
Oh, come on. Just take her to the police and get it over
If
with.
it's that easy, you go do it.
Me? I'm busier than I look. Mirrors don't make themselves, you know.
Mirrors now, too?
Umbrellas aren't paying the rent these days.
You better be right about that, man.
I'm not ready for you to cut me down. Are you really about to go all the way to America?
I've wandered around for 20 years. What's one more trip? Now nothing else out of you. You're the only person who could ever talk me out of my revenge. By this time, you know my answer.
I'm not the only one.
Hmm?
Check my mirror someday. You'll see.
Check my mirror. Check yourself.
I appreciate that she's got a sense of humour. She's not all hell-bent on angry revenge murder.
End of the line. You're your own problem now. Where'd she go? No, I did my part.
No, biker, no! Delilah's gonna like have followed her back out of the city or something. Yeah, there's another pair of footsteps.
I liked you more when you were lost.
She's gonna go like full like either like big sister vibe. That's what I'm getting out of her. She's gonna end up being that kind of character.
Go away. One more step and I cut you down.
Nope, nothing will stop Delilah. She's made her choice. That's cute.
What the hell am I doing? Delilah, was it? What are you, girl?
I'm after the same person as you. To avenge my brother.
Huh? Damn it, Archie. What'd you get me into?
I asked Mr. Mito for help. When I told him
Mr.
the
Mito,
story,
aww.
he sent me your way, Miss Bacon.
First rule, no miss.
Then how about Big Sis?
Do you want me to cut you?
She wants... Delilah just wants the company.
I know I'm one to talk, but what'll you get out of it?
I think you know Big Sis. The same thing as you.
Do you know what goodbye means? It's a word that changes as you grow.
I'm plenty grown already.
I'm not, and I don't trust people who think they are.
Fair enough.
Listen, I know you don't want to hear this, but revenge is no
You
game.
think everything's a game to me just because I'm 12?
Oh, at least we know you're
You'll waste
12.
your life. Is that what you want?
I'm trying to think, how old is Bacon now? She's got to be in her late 30s, like, canonically, right?
Look around. See the company you're in? I've always been alone. Have you ever dug through garbage for your next meal, girl? Do you know how scary it is to steal so much you feel the guilt melt away? If you want to stand on my level, you're gonna have to.
She will.
Gonna have to. No. You shouldn't be like me.
Like, why not?
Breaking news, the unthinkable.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There is a gunfight underway on the White House premises.
Oh, and this is what set her off.
What are they after? How did so many of them make it through security? These details remain unclear. We're working with other news organizations to bring you the truth on this national crisis.
Terrorists. It's him.
And that's what set her off. Yep, and that's what set her off inside her, so now Bacon feels responsible for this.
Hey, where are you going?
I'm through asking for help. I'll do this alone too.
Not happening.
Why not?
It's a long way to go to die. No one will visit your grave.
Nobody would anyway. My brother was the only family I had. And in terms of sheer power, I'm stronger than he was.
Victory's not everything. You've got a whole lot more to learn about the world, girl.
But why?
Bacon doesn't have the answers herself. She's still trying to discover things herself.
Revenge, no matter what anyone says. Am I wrong? That's something we've got in common. So even if you won't listen to anyone else, here's hoping you'll hear me out. Let me handle this. You need something better than this shitty life.
But why?
We need all the decent adults we can get.
But why?
Talk about a problem, child.
Tell me why! I know. You'll think I'll mess it up because I'm a child. Or do you just not want me stealing your prize? I don't want to get in your way or take anything from you. So why? Why can't we just kill him together?
Together.
Don't you see I'm trying to kill someone? How could I possibly grow to be a decent adult if I want someone dead so badly?
Oh.
Delilah!
Bacon's like, fuck, I can't fly! So Bacon feels almost entirely responsible for this, which is why she's so desperate to try and sort it.
But you want to save Delilah, right?
Save her.
What else are you here for? You know, if you'd stick with her, she might just give this whole revenge thing up.
Big talk, but it's not that simple.
Never said it was. Between us and the 120 grand people down there, there's one person who can handle this. You.
There's a lot of responsibility. I know Bacon's done a hell of a lot, but that's still a lot to put on her shoulders.
State under control. That may solve this.
Her shoulders are strong, but they are scarred.
If you want to avenge your kid, I'm sure my old man and my father can take care of that.
I don't even know where the hell to begin with that.
Old man and father.
For
You know, the person
starters, I don't have
he's talking about Kai and Soul.
So, what's with the eye patch then?
You're just full of questions.
Because Soul raised him, but Kai is technically his dad.
Gotcha. Say no more. Mom always said it's not really a story for kids.
Oh, Dizzy.
I'm 5 years old already. I know where babies come from.
Sin.
Out of your eye, right?
Oh my god. Even May's like, oh my god.
Elaborate?
I mean, what else is there to tell? One day, one of Mom's eyes fell out. So Dad got all freaked out and gave her one of his. Thing is, it didn't fit so well.
The Bacon.
Mom got better on her own.
Oh my god. Sin needs to be a playable character fucking yesterday. This guy's a treat.
Later, Dad's eye, the one that fell on the ground.
Oh boy, this is that meme now.
Did it hurt?
You're in for a shock when you learn the whole story.
I don't know, I'm pretty hard to shock. Anyway.
Sin, I almost forgot. You're half gear. You've got less to lose than the rest of us, and yet...
Bacon's like, yeah, let's bring this back to reality.
As tough as you are deep down.
Not very fair, is it? How's her situation any different from ours? Well, I had Johnny. And so did you. The whole crew did. Viken didn't get so lucky. You think there's anything we could say that'd fix that in a flash?
All this standing around chatting that's just giving Delilah more time to build up power. Maybe we should do something soon.
I figured it out! Miss May, kindly gather all the winches and wire you can spare.
Okay, are we hauling something huge? What kind of load are we talking about?
Perhaps ask what your senses tell you.
So we're winging it?
Mr. Sin, contact Dr. Paradigm.
Oh shit, Paradigm's in this. That's cool. I wonder if we actually get to see him.
Roger that.
Lastly, Miss Ramlethal. I'll need you to absorb the girl's energy as thoroughly as you can, please. Unfortunately, this is not a problem with a definite solution. Your capacity will determine the outcome. In other words, please remain focused.
What's your point?
Whatever may happen, you must be prepared to abandon me. This comes down to endurance. I'm putting everything on the line to save that girl.
Do you know her?
No. But I still have an interest in her salvation.
Good guy, Faust. Makes sense considering his background.
I'm here to help you atone.
What? Why would you?
I apologize in advance. Because I won't be able to if this mission fails. I'll take any help you can offer.
Stop! Get away from me! I can't control it!
Yeah, the Bedman machine is like, I hope this is enough time. I hope they do something soon. And there it goes. The power out.
Brother! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Brother, everyone, I'm sorry.
Who's in the other suit of armor? You gotta reveal that at some point. Who's in the other suit of armor? It's gotta be someone significant. Now you've introduced main characters can be in those armor sets.
Why did you summon me exactly?
Because you're an expert in the field of applied magic.
I don't recall that.
It was ages ago. Yes, I'm aware of your past. That's why I knew you'd help us, even if it cost your life.
I did take an oath.
Tell me, Doctor. Do you wish to save that girl? Or to die a hero? Nobody I've called here understands self-preservation. Not one of them will abandon another. I'm not meant to lead now. That's why I need their help. And yours. Promise me that you'll do everything you can to protect her. And yourself.
Yeah, the Faust fans have been really upset of how like down the drain your character seems to have gone from Exiled, from the fancy suit to this.
We must prepare. Back to square one.
Oh my god. Faust, what are you doing? There's gonna open the door and just yank Delilah through it as as they go past. Oh, that's what they're doing. They're gonna try and just get her in that.
Nice one, Doctor. Fight magic with magic. Save the celebration. If we pick up any more speed, the winches won't hold.
But where's the rest of the jellyfish crew? Why aren't they helping? Why is it only May and April?
April, crank up the output.
Will we really make it?
Just believe. It's out of our hands now.
Is there anything they can do?
You know,
Get the whole fleet
You
in.
actually make a great commander. Working in intelligence. You learn to really listen to people. You may not be human, but you believe in us more than I do.
But who are you?
Going faster?
Uh-oh. This is really cool, using like their abilities from like the actual game and whatnot. I wonder if that knight is able to regard in a suit. So there's gotta be someone under that suit, that knight, who's talking the Ram like this. Like he's a significant character, it's just who's under the mask. Because I think whoever it is will be a character in season 2.
I can
Fix this! No! Get out of here! We'll all get swallowed up! Still got this, April! Crank it!
It was like, what the fuck are you doing? The whole thing's gonna fall apart if they're not careful. The whole ship will just destroy itself. How strong does May and Baiken think they are? No, Delilah only wants revenge on Happy Chaos. It's just she's a 12-year-old who can't contain her power. So they're trying to get to her through this vortex of power just to try and calm her down. Especially because Baiken feels responsible for her power getting this crazy anyway. That's the general gist of what's happened so far. Delilah's just a scared child who can't control the power of Bedman that she also carries, especially because it's she, at least according to her, she's more powerful than Bedman. So everyone's trying to calm her down and capture her in just a matter of trying to bring her back to reality and stop her. But she's completely aware, because this happens at the exact same time as the main story. She's completely aware of what's going on at the White House and that Happy Chaos, her fucking target, and who she blames for Bedman's death, is there.
Stupid question anyway. Come on, April! More!
Okay, she's a psycho. May. All the Tsugekis have got to your head. You're not as strong as you think. What the heck? This is the rest of the jellyfish squad. Oh, there's Sin. Alright, now let's split open. Who are they going to send in to actually get it? Because I know they're going to send in Ram to try and absorb the power, but is Baiken going to get in too? Johnny would pull that chain one hand. Where is he? That's what I've been asking! Those dragons are part of the army from Paradigm's Triumph from Overture, by the way. Yeah, that makes sense.
You okay, Tiny?
Yeah, if I was Baiken, I'd be like, mate, how did you get that strong?
Is Delilah gonna be okay?
I hope so. I want her to be a playable character.
Whether she gets her revenge or not, it won't make a difference. She won't die well.
Yeah, but there's already glimmers of her hearts in her, Baiken.
Wait a sec.
That chain not rip her in half, right?
Right, Anji.
But there's already signs that Delilah has a heart in there. Because what does Delilah call Baiken? Big sis. It's anime as hell, but who cares? She has a heart.
What's that?
Delilah's teleportation won't be stopped, so the commander's going with her to keep her safe.
The data's already compressing.
Who are you?
Stay calm. The city will be okay. My team has it under control. You see what's happening, don't you? You're about to be sent somewhere else. Don't worry. I'll keep you safe.
Somewhere else? Where?
The commander's absorbing the sphere's energy, but it's too much. If the girl doesn't quit panicking, it could get planet-sized.
What? I'm watching it on PS5. I am British, so I don't know if it's just out in the UK before it's out in some other regions.
All we can do is believe.
But it was, when I fired it up when I woke up this morning, it was already out. So I just was like, oh, I'll do my watch-along, because I plan to do one anyway.
You're strong enough for salvation.
I love Sin's design so much in Strive. His new look is so good. Look at him. My boy looks so good. We'll watch it later in Japanese. Yeah, fair enough. I said at the start of the stream, but I actually don't mind the English dub in this game. I think the only character I'm not too keen on the English dub is Axel. And I know that's because it's supposed to be exaggerated, but as someone who is British, I can hear it and I'm like, that's not how we sound. Can't get out here in the US. Yeah, fair enough. I imagine it's inevitable, right? I imagine it will drop around the same time DLC characters tend to drop.
Ram! It's okay. You'll be fine.
Ram, you've got this under control, right? You're not about to die on us, are you?
Hey, Delilah. You're a pain in my ass, you know that?
Get out of here now! You can't handle this information density!
Ah, good point.
Oh shit.
So you're the one. You're in the mirror Anji was talking about.
Big sis.
Isn't the guy who voiced Axel British? I'm not actually sure.
We're going.
Huh?
We're going. Together.
Aww.
And we'll stay together night and day.
Biken's gonna accept the big sis role, just to try and calm her down.
And our revenge. Let's give it up. Together.
Aww. We need more of this in Guilty Gear. I like the fact that the main story was actually a conclusion and had a happy ending note to it. They need to do this more. They don't always need to be dark with people dying or mysteries left untouched. It's okay to have happy endings. I can just 5 lines away from her brain melting through her ears, so hope Delilah calms down ASAP. Nah, I think she's good. I think Baiken accepting the role as like a motherly figure / big sis figure to Delilah is enough for Delilah to calm down, because Delilah's biggest thing that was setting her off is that she felt she'd lost the only person that was family to her. So Baiken choosing to be new family, it makes sense. It wraps up Delilah's small story arc nicely, and it's also a really nice end piece to Baiken's story arc across the franchise. You know, this... But Faust is still around, I think, and thus the crisis was averted. Meanwhile, the terrorist attack on the US ceased. For now, the eyes of the world were turned upon chaos. But eventually the story of the Gear and her crew who saved the city of bravery spread far and wide. Kaiki's presented himself in full to the public and announced a world Adisic throne of Illyria. His decision was not made out of self-interest. In fact, perhaps it led... Oh, it's Dizzy! It led to Gears gaining the right to citizenship. Let me get a good look at my old main, Dizzy. For the first time in history, humankind welcomed a non-human leader. Okay. In Axel's VA, he's an American player named Dr. Pimp. Short and sweet. I loved that, though. Who was the guy in the suit? Who was the guy in the suit? We never found out. It's a DLC story, so I get it's going to be on the shorter side. It's kind of like when you does after stories in Rev 2. It's like, oh, who was the guy in the suit? Come on! Daisuke, you can't do that to us! Is there a post-credit scene? Ah! We'll never know. Yeah, there's going to be a new story in Season 2 as well, probably. I don't know if it's been... No, there's no post-credit scene. I just let that rock. Come on, guys! We can cross our fingers and hope that Faust was okay. We didn't see him again after that end piece, but I imagine he's okay. I think it was more that he wasn't... Play it again! Yeah, I might actually put it in the Japanese dub and play it again. I mean, Happy Chaos did mention the arcade that Bedman became like a new entity. Bruh, that's it. Yeah. It's before... I mean, it happens at the same time as the main story. Yeah, I'll put it in Japanese dub and play it again, so and then we'll just go through that. Settings. Oh, is it in sound? That should be in Japanese now, right?
Play story.
Wait, didn't Robokai and Venom kill Bednam? I thought they'd address it. I thought they would too. I mentioned it at the start. That, I'm surprised Robokai and Venom didn't show up, because I thought Delilah would be the perfect opportunity to drag their ass out of, retirement. No worries, thank you for watching. I imagine more people will be, going, since we're going to now just watch it again now in Japanese, but for anyone who did just hop in to see it, thanks for showing up. I'll probably talk less and just kind of let it play itself for this run. Really confused on how you got 103 views. Like, was it algorithm? Because the last few streams you got like 2, lol. Yeah, this tends to happen. When Testament came out, I did a stream with Testament and that got a lot of views. I think Guilty Gear is just... I know it's always been kind of on the niche side, but it's popular enough that when there's new stuff for it, people are interested and want to see it. And so people see, oh, live stream someone doing the story. Sure, I'll check in. I appreciate people showing up. I'm just some random British dude who likes the Guilty Gear story. Trapped in simulation, no way out. For some reason, he suddenly brings up Bedman. Yeah, that's a point. I think we'll find out in the Season 2 story, whenever that happens, what's going on with Chaos now in that new dimension or whatever it is.
手反体制派の目録にでも載ってるのか、俺の名は。
いえ、特別災害時の相談役リスト。
Viking confirms it was actually Happy who killed Bedman.
偶然。
Yeah, they mentioned that in this. That Delilah blames Happy Chaos.
ディライラ、名前だと思う。それしか話してくれない。
Oh my God, Jeppy VO tell us who it was. Yeah, if any of you guys recognize the Japanese VA for the other guy in a suit of armor, and we can maybe try and figure out who it is, that'd be cool.
いた。お兄ちゃん。敵。どうして。
So a random clip of another story movie and went looking to see if anyone uploaded the whole thing. But we've just started it again on JP, so if you're just tuning in, you really haven't missed much. We did just watch the whole thing in English, but people in chat wanted it in JP, so I thought, why not? I know a lot of people like the Japanese voice cast anyway, so what's the harm in it?
みたいだな。苦手か？好きさ。地面を歩くタイプは特にな。子供は子供だ。お前にはあの子の様子が見えないのか？
力を制御できてない。エネルギーが膨張し続けてる。
おい、お前ら、あいつをどうするつもりだ？
危険です。下がってください。
耐えろ。あたからゾロゾロ来やがって。俺はあいつの。
関係ありません。誰であろうと、この状況、あれを無力化する方が先なんです。
And then after that, we watch it in Korean.
下の都市が見えますか？あなたの言うただの可否は、あそこの12万人と9キロ四方の全生物を消滅させようとしてます。
どこか遠くに飛ぶつもりなんだ。町はその巻き添えになる。そして彼女に
He
その
stands up afterwards. It should have killed Venom, Robo, and Bedman, but since the three survive.
それ以上の。
遠く。ホワイトハウスか。
Whilst this is playing, from this DLC, Sin is probably a playable character. I'd say almost definitely going to be a playable character in Season 2, because of his new design being completely done. Delilah, I'm pretty sure, is going to be a playable character. They'll probably give her the Bedman bed thing and make her a full functioning character. Who else are we thinking might be in the DLC? Ignoring leaks, who else do you think might actually end up being the DLC from this? Because they have a full model of Dizzy, but that could just have been a background thing for the ending. Like, I don't know if that would be enough for me to get hyped that my main might be coming back. I want Robo Knight. What did the credits say his name was? I'll have to check when we get there again.
人にはホワイトハウスのテロに専念させたい。この件は私たちだけで決着させる。
Slayer and Asuka, maybe? Maybe?
我々だけで住民の避難誘導は無理です。
Judging by the facial proportion of Dizzy, I'm pretty sure it's just an XR model but ported over story purposes. Yeah, that makes sense. I said, as much as I'd love for that to be, oh, Dizzy's going to be in Season 2, I don't know if she will be. Jam, she was the only non-Strive character in the end credits with her eyes open with the new Strive eyes. To be fair, wasn't Jam, like in the original leak, and then I guess either things changed in development or that was a red herring, because Ark have to be aware that their DLCs keep on getting leaked through like PC data mining every time there's a new update, so maybe it was a red herring. I'd like to see Jam come back. It's the same reason why people were expecting the 5th DLC for this one to be Slayer and not Testament. But Slayer might have been pushed back, but there might have been some development things, and like Testament was like further along. I'd like to see Slayer again though, more so because I've never actually really sat down to try and learn Slayer, but I've always wanted to. Like, Slayer's one of those characters that's fun to watch, if that makes sense. Like when you see it in like tournaments and whatnot, if you see a Slayer main come in, you're grinning usually because they do something crazy. And so I've always been interested in trying to learn them, and I was going to use Strive as my excuse to give Slayer a fair shot. Looking at a model and had facial proportion details closer to Strive than Exiled models. Fair enough. But Asuka I'd like to see playable as well. I was kind of surprised he wasn't in Season 1, if I'm honest, with how significant he was to the main story and how, you know, fully detailed his design was. Oh, Kripik. Oh, Kripik. There is a video series. Was it Wooly Versus that did a series on like the whole story of Guilty Gear? The general gist is, for this piece of the story, is Delilah is after revenge for the murder of her brother known as Bedman. She blames Happy Chaos, who's currently, like, enacting a siege on the White House on, like, the other side of the planet. The Gear is guilty. And so she wants to go get him. Problem is, Delilah's a 12-year-old kid who has godlike power. She has no ability to control it. So everything that's happening in the story is this team eventually coming together to try and figure out how to safely stop Delilah, because her power, if she explodes, she's right on top of City. That's what you need to know for this DLC. They're trying to stop a kid with haywire power. Bro, where did this stick come from? Hey, do you really think Sin wouldn't be prepared with his flag at all times? Come on. So Delilah is pretty much Akira? Yeah, I guess so. Magic. But that's the general gist. And this airship is part of like the jellyfish crew, led by Johnny. But Johnny's not in this. And I know people are crying all across the world that can't get to see his abs in Strive's graphics. But the rest of the jellyfish crew, and by that I mean May and April, got modelled. And here I said I wouldn't talk as much over the Japanese one. Yeah, Johnny Wen. The thing is, I'm still sitting here hoping they throw a curveball at us and one of the characters ends up Abba from the X games. Johnny, the one who got called to get the hostages? Yeah, but he doesn't show up. That was the point I was getting at. We never see a model of him or anything. That's what I was hoping for, at least. The bed of Bedman is a... I'm sure someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it a robot, technically? Like, isn't it as in like it's like an AI-controlled robot that's got its own, that's just developed its own sentience? It's been a while since I've gone through Exard's story, so I might be misremembering how the bed of Bedman works. I'm surprised Robocop and Venom weren't mentioned in this, though. I imagine they'll be brought up at some point, given there was an interview with Daisuke where he said he wanted Venom in the base roster, lol. Yeah, we spent the whole English run trying to figure out who the guy in the armored suit is, and we never find out, so it's just the armored guy. I wonder if he will be a character. Pretty sure Bedman controls the bed, but isn't Bedman dead? That's why I was kind of asking. Like, is it a sentient will in Bedman carrying on, or what is it? The bed comes back. It's actually a unique model in the base game. I hope it doesn't go to waste on a mini-sode. I think Delilah's going to be a playable character, and she will have the new model of the bed, and she will control very similar to how Bedman did in Exard. Maybe with just a few tweaks and differences to specify them. New character, bed. Best character bed, and another surprising DLC, guy in an armor. We'll find out who he is soon. I'll pay more attention to the credits when we get there of what his name is. Assuming it's not just dude in suit.
関係しているのか。
あいつはディライラ。今ホワイトハウスで問題を起こしてるやつに。
Oh, deja vu in Exard, so I hope the function's similar.
その仇を追うつもりなんだ。
兄貴ってもしかしてベッドマンか？
そいつはさっきの敷布団か。シン、お前のアホは可愛い。
And oh my god, got some vacuum sealed up ab armor. Yeah, but would it really be a Strive character if they weren't like stupid goddamn hench? You know, if they weren't built like brick walls. I mean, look at Sin, for goodness sake. Look at the muscles on him.
問題はなんで行き先がホワイトハウスなのか。だからベッドマンの仇を追うんでしょ。彼を殺した人はイルリアの地下に幽閉されてる。そうか。
What the bed doing?
前の帝王アリエルスだ。
アリエルスだと。なんだよ。真のもあながちよた
But my, as I was talking about it earlier, my ultimate like
全部話して。
random choice, I like the curveball. Obviously, I genuinely love to see ABBA show up in this. I thought ABBA was a really interesting character, and I'd love to see how a modern interpretation of her would go. If you're not going to give me ABBA, give me Bridget. One or the other, please.
そいつは俺にとっても敵。
So was that zombie fasting a facade? Was he actually still insane? He seems pretty, how I remember him from Exard in this story. Like, he seems pretty controlled and like knowing what he's doing. So who knows, man?
だからディライラは俺について回るようになった。
頼むよ。警察に届けるまででいいからさ。
Oh, this is when he turns insane.
お前がやればいいだろう。
こう見えて忙しいんだ。今は鏡作りも始めたんだからな。
鏡だ。
I think I was hoping to see the new him. Well, I suppose this is maybe explaining how he became the new him, and maybe we'll see more in a future season. Will the guy in the suit be Zappa? Isn't Zappa another one of Daisuke's He's Retired, I Promise characters? Because wasn't he like more of a background character in Exard?
20年の無駄足に比べればな。だからそれ以上言うな。 俺に復讐を諦めさせる奴がいるとしたら多分お前だけだ。だが答えは知ってるだろ。いや、もう一人いる。ん？
The armored guy's name is Phalanx, apparently. Let's go, engine bacon! And there it goes! Cliff's the only canonically dead playable character, right? Bedman's canonically dead. He got turned to stone last game. And Cliff's the only one that's canonically dead of old age. Phalanx soldiers were in Exard, weren't they? Yeah. Girl husband and male wife, let's go! I know we get to see this cute scene in the Japanese dub. Oh, sorry, the Japanese version, because the Japanese original, the English is the dub. I'd love to. I don't know how they'd get away with it, but I'd be curious to see if they ever found a way to like retcon Justice's death to make Justice playable again. Because that's another character. Like most of the characters from like the XX games that haven't come back yet, I'd love to see come back just because I'm curious how they would modernize their design. If I had a comrade. I can't sing. I'm not going to continue. Isn't one of the Conclave inside Justice when they tried to hijack her? Oh, jeez, dude, I don't remember. She got herself a comrade. Or worse, failed to control us. I honestly can't remember. I know, like, one of the Conclave members is, like, 110% dead. And I know one of them was, like, waddling into the distance with Faust at the end of Rev. I don't know what the other two, off the top of my head. It's been a while. Cronus is still alive. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I kind of want to see Azuna from Overture as a playable character in Strive. Rob singing reveal. Shut up! You. Kronos was trying to revive and take control of Just at the end of Exard. Sign, I think. To be fair, the whole of Sign's story, thanks to Ark, is actually on their YouTube, so it'd be easy enough to just quickly go check. Frame made it look like Baiken was about to poke her as she was drooling.
年や立場が違えば意味も変わる。子供じゃありません。俺はガキだ。そう言えるやつを信用する。いいか? I like that reflection from Baiken. That small thing there. Where it's like Baiken is like, I said, she's in her mid-30s, if not approaching 40s, and she's going, I'm not grown up. You know? Like, despite everything she's gone through and everything she's learned, she still thinks herself as like not mature enough or not grown up enough or not experienced enough in the world. I'm holding out on Raven since he was my Rev 2 main, despite how unlikely it is, but also Chaos being in the same beat from Raven and Asuka's after story gives me hope. Well, Raven's not impossible, he's not dead, he's like that immortal being from the Crusades, for goodness sake, so if they wanted to bring him back, it'd be very easy to do so. I think she's like 45. Yeah, you're probably right. She's definitely not her like Guilty Gear original age, where she was in like her mid-20s. A lot of time has passed since then, and a lot of experience has flown past her since. Her quest for revenge has been satiated, reborn, and now she's just kind of sick of it. Oh, now here's the connection to... Oh! The main story of Strive's happening at the same time. When they showed that, I think that is just straight up ripped from the main story scene, because it looks slightly lower quality than this. Because I was saying at the start of the stream, the animation quality in this story is better than the main story. I feel like they've got more experience with the tech and engine, because it looks smoother. Like, it's still not perfect in places, but it looks a lot better. Maybe it's a Japanese thing in the Guilty Gear world. Mei is still young despite being in her mid-20s. Yeah. But then don't you understand, Mei has the secret superpower of she's Japanese. And that's I'm not even joking, that's actually a thing. Like, she was like a big mystery that everyone was studying her because she was like the only like actual Japanese girl still alive. Or something like that. I know Baiken technically is as well, but you know what I mean. But then saying that, Mei does look a little older in Strive than she did in Exard. She looks more like a teen, like a late teen, maybe young adult, while she looked more like just a big kid in Exard. Bridget is in the armor. God, could you? Don't give me hope. I'll stick to anti-aging in Exard. Oh.
難しいことはわかんねえけど、ディライラを助けたいんだろ。俺が？あんたここにいるじゃねえか。あんたと一緒ならあの子も復讐ってやつを諦めるんじゃないか。ふざけんな簡単に言いやがって。ああ、簡単じゃねえ。
Don't just activate creative mode.
みんなを集めてもあんたにしかできないんだからな。
確かに彼女の精神状態が落ち着けば事態は収まる可能性があります。
Just an upvote button on her forehead. Yeah, which is the opposite of Bedman, who had a downvote button on his forehead. The actual Guilty Gear subreddit have changed their upvote and downvote icons to Delilah and Bedman because of this. Yeah, the Reddit twins, yeah.
なんで艦隊してんだ？疑問が増殖しやがる。ああ、 そうかそうか。みんな俺に気遣ってんのか。確かに母さん、子供には生々しい話だ。
Best scene incoming.
でも俺ももう5歳だ。子供の作り方くらい知ってる。メーカーなできるんだろ。
もうちょっと詳しく聞いていい？
だから聞いたままだけど、母さんはある日片目が取れちまった。で、焦った父さんが自分の目をあげた。でもなんか合わなくて、父さんの目は弾き出されて、母さんは勝手に治った。父さんも母さんがいろいろしたら治って、そしたら地面に落ちた父さんの目が俺になった。
そんな大変なんだ。
お前はいつかもっとショックな事実を知る。
そうなの？まあなんでもいいよ。ショックには慣れてるから。ともかくだな。
I wasn't gonna talk over that. That's gold. It reminds me of like those bloody Exard scenes where they would just kick back and mess around, like Ramlefeld discovering hamburgers. Or Kai and Sol realizing that they're technically related because Dizzy is Sol's daughter.
僕にはジョニーがいた。エイプリルも海賊団のみんなもバイケンにはそんな幸運がなかったんだ。あの時間を一瞬で取り戻す言葉なんてあると思う？
Oh. I wish they had full animated models of more of the Jellyfish crew. I know I've been saying it, but come on. They've got May, they've got April. Let's see all of them. I get it that they only have so much spare budget to add a bunch of side characters and whatnot. It's not like a Mortal Kombat where they literally have just flowing in the money for all these cinematics and whatnot. But it would have been nice to just see a little bit more of the crew.
Okay.
Make all the Jellyfish crew playable. Could you imagine? Just half the roster is just all of the Jellyfish crew, and still no Johnny. Johnny's never made playable. It's just the rest of the crew. They were modeled on Exard, weren't they? Were they? Oh, yeah, they were. They were. It was in the like. It wasn't just like the ending scenes and like some of the story stuff. It was like in her Instant Destroyed as well. You can see them. 20 scenes described, and it's just a Jellyfish crew as DLC. It's way shorter than the main story. To Element Raw and asking, it's way shorter. This is actually our second viewing of it. We watched it in English first. I'm guessing Dizzy's lessons paid off. Yeah, he actually learnt the read. I want to play as the Jellyfish ship. Yeah, wouldn't that be interesting? You go to the Jellyfish map on the drive and you're just the ship. Yeah, Delilah gets her glimmer of comfort, her last glimmer of comfort from her brother. before the bed kind of comedically falls. Like it kind of goes from 0 to 100. It doesn't like slowly tip back. It just goes straight from perfectly still to falling animation. But it's very sweet. That's the last glimmer she gets to have with her brother. We appreciate the trust Bedman has on Sin. Like, Sin told him they were going to help her, and he let himself fall once he sees them getting close. Yeah, but if it didn't... Yeah, I'd say character arc is a bit of an exaggeration, but Bedman did start to change his beliefs and start to change how he felt before he got turned to stone and everything happened. He did start to come to an understanding. So that's a way of almost, like, putting a nice little end piece on his character arc even after his death. Yeah, sweet moment before Bed Terminal violently crashes into the town square, right? But the thing is, I know, like, if they don't appear in this story, there's a chance they won't appear in Season 2. But also keep in mind some of the characters, I say that, Testament, who showed up as a DLC who wasn't in the main story full stop. I think even if they don't show up in this, don't give up hope on a character not showing up immediately. You never know what will happen. Like, I think Sin and Delilah are almost guaranteed for Season 2 at this point. It's just who the other two will be, and I think one of them will probably be Slayer. One of them I think might be Asuka. Just because I found it kind of weird that he wasn't in Season 1. Yeah, Biken wasn't in the main story either. The only character I want is Asuka. Yeah, I was genuinely shocked that he wasn't in Season 1. I really thought he would be. Which on the ending was really hard to tell. I'm surprised it didn't break further in Impact. Was it going to be to latest generation reinforcement? I mean, GG kind of glossed over war crimes a lot. Like, even Testament technically a war criminal, Bedman too, but yeah, but important, like, family reunion story. Come on. Raven makes sense to me. Maybe not DLC 2, but Season 3 is definitely coming. Yeah. I'm actually curious how many seasons this game will get. Because I doubt it will be just 3. The only reason Dragon Ball FighterZ was 3 seasons and an extra, I think, was because of all the licensing stuff surrounding it. I don't think this will be 3 seasons. I think, especially with how successful Strive is, I think they'll keep on going until the pennies stop, you know? I don't know if they'll do full 5 seasons like Street Fighter V, but I really wouldn't be surprised if there's at least 4. How strong is Faust exactly? I don't know exactly how strong, but pretty otherworldly when he wants to be. I feel like Venom is coming at some point, because like I said, Daisuke wanted to include him at the base roster and didn't, and that's a good chance it's coming eventually. Yeah, potentially. I could see it. I know, yeah, so Raven's immortal, so he can come back whenever he wants. The moment he feels like being a part of the story and being a part of Strive, he can. We get a Guilty Gear Ultimate? Damn. If they do a lot of seasons, if they do any more than 4, I really hope, like, Order Soul, Robo-Kai, characters like that show up. Like, they just completely go, like through absolute insanity with it and just throw out everyone. Especially because I imagine by the time we're 3 or 4 seasons deep into Strive, a lot of the base mechanics would have radically changed. I expect even when Season 2 drops, things to change. We don't know who the armored guy is, and apparently he's just called Phalanx. We don't get to find out who's in the suit. If Chaos could make Raven unable to heal, then you could probably even damage Raven. Yeah, maybe. I really want the instant kills back. Yeah, same dude. I'd love to see him too. You know what I'd like to see? Traditional fucking dragon install on Soul, please. Harkerman. That's the point. I wonder if they'll ever do a guest character. It felt going insane because he opened a bunch of doors. I think it was more like he got his power was tested to such an extreme level doing all this that it started to hurt his psyche, and maybe that will lead into it. And don't forget, we'll get more OST. Damn right, I want to hear more of Daisuke's jams, more of the insanity he comes up with for his songs. Just... How long does that hidden arm stretch? I don't want to think about that. I'm going to just say magic. Reading the golden armor guy's going to be a girl anime cliche. No, it's going to be Bridget. We were talking about this earlier. It's going to be secretly Bridget or something. If it can extend that long, then why can't Okabari be full screen? Maybe one day. Bridget goes full bar as towards a nun habit, peak Daisuke's vision. Yep. Johnny's just not in this DLC. It's not explained in this DLC why Johnny's not around. Probably more they don't want to, they at least weren't in the position, for whatever reason, to make an animated Strive model for him just yet. But I genuinely expect, just to go back to my previous point, starting as soon as Season 2, some characters are going to get, like, new skills, or the general game pace will be sped up slightly, or damage will be retuned. Unfortunately, I don't think lobbies are ever going to change. I think they really want you to love their new lobby system one way or the other. But I really wouldn't be surprised if, like, we get major system changes between seasons and characters start getting new skills and things like that. That might be me wishful thinking, but I genuinely think that'll happen. Whether it will go as extreme as, like, I don't know, giving Baiken her alpha counters back, we'll have to see. Or Testament is if they're invisible traps. Baiken being the true advocate for honest ground-based footsies. Is this the GG Universe version of a therapy session? I'm not gonna say no! And the scars and fingers are from his Dr. Baldhead days. Yeah. More special moves, please for the love of God, I'd rather that than instant kills. Yeah, I get that. More options, you want to see like the utility and the tools expand so you can do different things and have like more options in battle, because that's like one of the things that constantly gets criticized by Strive from especially the Xrd fans, is that it feels like you don't have as many options. For as amazing as the new Roman cancel system is in Strive, it does still feel like there's some options that are missing that would be nice to see. So having more like specials or even like just basic fucking neutral attacks, that'd be nice. Just expand on things, give us more than everything. Do the kitchen sink approach. Can't imagine having IKs with the wall break existing. Yeah. It's because there's so much character to them. Yeah, but I think not having IKs at launch was in their best interest, because if you look back at Xrd, look at the base launch roster's IKs, and then look at some of the DLC characters and how much better they are. Like, they got so much more experience with the engine and the tech when it came to the later characters, that the IKs became so much better that some of the base launch roster kind of came off kind of plain. And I think leaving it until they are already more comfortable with the engine and tech, then doing the instant kills, maybe everyone will get a really cool one then. That's like really detailed and really flashy, etc, etc. At least that's my theory on it. We just hit 200 watching. Yeah, thank you for everyone who's hopped in to just me talking mostly over. Who would you rework in the roster? I don't know. The characters I probably would rework are characters I don't play, so it wouldn't be fair for me to say. The only thing I'd like to say is I really, really, really want to like Giovanna, but it feels like she needs like 1 or 2 more tricks up her sleeve for her to be really enjoyable for me. But like, that's it. The rest of the cast, I'm not experienced with them enough to really say for. Like, I don't know, because I'm not a Zato player, for example, if Zato could do with extra skills in certain fields. I played boring old Kai Keist. I played Dizzy in the old games. I'd love to see Dizzy come back. I used to play Ram, but kind of went off her in Strive. I liked her more in Rev 2, personally. But I'm really clicking with Testament. Make Milia's 2D not -11 on block. Is it really that bad? I wouldn't know. Usually when I get into a fight with Milia, I'm too busy being fucking air juggled to know what's going on. But I do like playing a Sin. Although Sin wasn't a main, I do like playing a Sin, which is why I'm super excited that he's probably going to be a character in Season 2 at this rate. On his Delilah, she yet still calling Baiken Big Sis. It's what she wants the most as a family. It's always been pretty negative on block. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, compare Zato's IK to Answer's IK. Exactly, Answer's IK is insane. He summons the giant snake thing and then beats the crap out of you, then eats you, and then like throws you on the ground. He does like the freaking whip thing. Like, it's so extra. Then you look at some of them, like, I stab you real hard, like Kai's, and you're like, yeah, you can tell this was a launch character versus a DLC character. I think Sin, Dizzy, Delilah, and maybe Jam or Slayer. I think that would be a good collection. I'd love to see Dizzy be DLC, because I said she was my main. I just don't think she will be in Season 2. Oh, they don't change Sin at all in Strive, easy top tier. Thanks for streaming it. That's alright, dude. So I wanted to do the watch along. I'd like it for what it is. I expected it to be kind of short. Not this short, admittedly. I was predicting like an hour and a half to 2 hours, but it's still enjoyable. And I like that we get more closure. Like, if you've been like with the Guilty Gear story for a while, I like the closure this gives Baiken's character. She basically becomes like a motherhood / big sister figure to look after them, to look after Delilah. Zato sends a 20 FPS shadow to eat your shadow, and then purple mist. Yeah, and then you die at the end. If they do bring back IKs, and then Dizzy becomes a playable character, I hope she has the surrender instant kill back. That was my favourite one. Maybe Testament will appear in the next DLC story mode. That's what I was thinking. Big sis, nah, she mummy. No, I was trying to avoid that word, because I know what you're like, chat. I know what people are like with Baiken, but now she's literally a mummy. Because I said it earlier, but I think Slayer was originally intended to be the 5th DLC. That's sweet. I didn't really notice that on the first run. And now here's our Faust goes insane moment. There goes my hero. So, as I was saying, sorry, I genuinely think Slayer was intended to be the 5th DLC, but he wasn't ready yet, and so they kind of reshuffled things, and Testament was put forward instead. That's why Testament kind of really appears out of nowhere. The stream is perfect, like the chat is talking a lot, but not so much that it skips people's questions and messages and stuff like that. Yeah, I get what you mean. You didn't see when Mini Faust threw his soul back into him. And that's why he's a zombie in Stripe. Yeah, that's the explanation for why he is the way he is. That he put absolutely everything into that one thing to destroy it, and it kind of snatched his soul from him. Oh, Cronus knows the technique to revive the dead. Yeah, maybe that'll be the way we get old Faust back. Yeah, there's Dizzy. Please bring her back. I want my main girl back. Please, guys. If there's any Daisuke, if you're listening. Alright. Ram, Delilah, Sin, Where is he actually called Phalanx? Yeah, he's just called Phalanx. Any of you guys recognize those names? If any of you recognize those names from another character, or maybe Exard, we might have an idea of who was in there. What is the Faust doing? Yeah, Kai abdicating his own throne. I hope the next story will be a continuation and not a meanwhile again, though. When the next DLC comes along, make it be what happens after this story. Instead, because Departure is what happens alongside it. Like, make this one what happens next, so we can see what happens with Happy Chaos and that lovable bastard. Well, we can see if Raven comes in that same area. We can see if what becomes of Sin. Now Kai's basically quit his day job. You know, like, see what happens next with Baiken and whatnot. There's just a lot of little things of, I want to see the next piece. Like, Soul Story's done. I'd actually be kind of... I say that I'd probably love it in the moment, but I'd be kind of disappointed if they, like, found a way to shove Soul back into the plot moving forward. I kind of want him to let his story be over. But I want to see what's next, you know? And I hope Season 2, like, explains that, what the next piece for everyone is. And, like, maybe see if Faust can get his soul back to become the Faust we once know and love. And if he does get his soul back, small request, give us an alternate costume, Daisuke. Let Faust wear his suit. The Phalanx voice actor for JP has only done work for GG Strive, so... Okay, so he is just another random Phalanx. Okay. Or he's a brand new character that will be introduced later on. Yeah, and Baiken's story's kind of done as well, because now she's in mother mode. Daisuke Sen's made a fetch Faust's soul. GG World. Oh yeah, that is actually a point. Have they updated things on the GG World thing? To include the Strive DLC? Oh jeez. No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Okay, has this been updated? And then I'll wrap up. I don't think so. That's the thing. Will Vernon or Erica ever be playable? But it is nice to see characters get happy endings. It is nice. Like, they could have just done, like, you know, the dramatic, dark, bittersweet things that, like a lot of games do. And a lot of, like, mature stories go for. But, you know, you can still have a good, dark, mature story and give it a happy ending. I mean, heck, it's what, like, that's been, like, Capcom's MO for years. Of making their dark, serious games have happy ending. Or optimistic endings. It works. It's nice to have. Not all of them have to be super dark. Alright, I don't think they're brought up in this. Which is a shame. Nor in this. Yeah, it just goes up to that. Oh, well. I don't think Gabriel will ever be DLC. He's too powerful. He would have to be like an odd boss. I don't think they would ever let him be DLC. He would just deck the entire... and the cast. He would just look at them. Oh, whoops, no. Is Delilah in this, and is she, like, more, like, explained? I mean, she is, but she's always been. Like, that's the old page. There's nothing new here. And as you can tell, I spent a lot of time here. Game was probably the same power as Slayer, though. Maybe. Difference is, they balance Slayer by he doesn't take it seriously. Oh, and it's a good time to wrap up with the bots coming in. It's probably a decent time to wrap up if the fucking bot apocalypse is coming in. Jesus Christ. I need to get mods. One of these days I'll get mods on my chat. Oh well. Anyway, thank you to the 200 people we had at one point who joined me to watch this with us. I hope you guys have enjoyed the new story, and like hopefully it will come out in the US like real damn soon, so you guys can all experience it. Thank you so much for watching, and if any of you decide to stick around, I have no idea when I'll be streaming next, either tomorrow or Sunday. But I'll see you guys whenever I next see you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys all take care now. Peace.